approach our house down the path. There's an entrance here to the garden, down some stairs and over stepping stones. Well, the proper way is to continue along the path, down the steps, turn through the gate, next to the false banana tree. Carry on down the steps. We have our lovely window boxes. Staircase we'll see again shortly when we go around the garden. So we come down here, past our little rockery. There are the kids' pebbles that they painted years ago. And here is our lemongrass and the water for the cats, and our mango tree. All sorts of things hanging in it. And covered in flowers, ready hopefully to be delicious mangoes. And so we come to our little patio where we sit. We paved this over. It used to be a pond that was leaking and not in use. We get a bit of shade under the bushes here, and we're going to put a pergola over it. And here we planted a lemon tree. And we have a little carport to keep the sun off the car, which I built, because there's a track that you can come to the house, which I'll show you in a minute. So here's the front of the house. That's our bedroom, the window box. And there's another patio there outside where we built the sukkah. Now you see the front garden. We have beautiful strelitzia. We have some herbs down here. We have some roses and other bushes here. Some sage. And this is like the front path, but people only use it if they come down the track. Most people come the back way like we did. So first of all, I'll go to the end and show you. That's the track that goes back up to the kicker. The other way, it only services to more houses. But it's good because we can get our car to the house, which from the back we can't because we walk between another row of houses. So here's the front garden again, with olive trees. 1, 2. Interesting stones. You see here the fence that I put, the wire fence to keep out the Schwane cellar, although there haven't really been a problem this year. I'm just going to show you the view across. Here's a beautiful Judas tree in flower. And from the house we get a good view, but because I'm walking a little lower, I'm going to climb right to the edge to show you the view. There is Sachnin down below. Now we'll walk back to the house. I've just cut the grass today where the paths are. But because it's such a beautiful meadow, full of bulbs and flowers, I'm not cutting it. It will die soon enough and it will be bare just like this path is. Now quite a lot of the flowers have just finished, but you see here some examples. this is our quince tree that we've planted. It's just coming into leaf. Along here's a little path to the olive tree, just for interest. And this is our little area where we put the tabun that we make pitta sometimes. Here's another little path that goes to this walnut tree. And there you see in the grass a wonderful loof. Look at that, like velvet. Let's move the grass away so you see it properly. It stinks, but it's very beautiful. The Arab women go around and they pick the leaves and they're eating them. But they told us that you can only pick them until Tu B'Shvat and then they become bitter and poisonous. And we're going round the back. On the way, I'll show you our lovely mandrake growing in the grass here. There it is with its fruits that are so like tomatoes. They'll turn yellow and then red. And here in this tree, and if you can see the twigs hanging down, is a grapevine growing through it. There it's in leaf at the top, climbing over the tree. And it hangs right down. But it's always a battle to get to them before the birds. The birds know exactly what day to come when they're ripe and peck them all. And there's wild Neapolitan garlic. And now we're going to say hello to Pilpel. Hello, Pilpel. Hello, Pilpel. Come and say hello. Oh, and on we go. There's Pilpel going. Are you following us? Here's another olive tree that I cut into 3 balls, but it needs a haircut. And this is where we find the washing. There's a French window here, and the back door which goes in through the mahsan. And there's a little compost bin there next to the potting shed. And here I have a real compost area that I'm going to build up a bit better. That's year 1 compost, year 2 compost, and the current compost which is going to move into year 1 when I've finished. And that's just a store for soil. Now let's go and have a look. There's a rockery at the back because we're on a bit of a slope. So this is the natural rock. And there you see your old bench at the top. And here by the back door I have a little bed that we've planted Cape gooseberries. Let's see if we can see them. There they are. There's one. Quite a lot flowering at the moment. Let's find a flower. There it is. By the back door there's some steps going up, and at the moment it's covered in stones. These stones I've dug out of this bed here, which was really just waste builder's rubble, nothing growing here. And I'm just doing this now, so I've pulled out these stones, including this huge one that took all my effort to dig out. And I've put sheets of metal here because that's a gap under the house that Pilpel is examining. So it's to close the gap so that we don't have snakes and so on. But also it's to stop the soil going under, because I'm going to raise the whole level of the bed up to the step level and build a wall from these rocks to hold it. Here we have a shesek tree, but it's very ill unfortunately, and the fruits don't do good. And the fig tree at the back with another compost heap. And here's the bench where we can sit have a view which remembers Kingsmead at the back with my little metal plaque that I made once. And under the Shesek I remember Daddy. Now we walk around the back. We have a little path that goes past this huge tree which is covered in the flowers ready for Etstut, the strawberry tree, which we call black mulberry. Underneath there's a little den that the kids go into, the small kids, not our kids. There's one of the last calaniot because the season's ending. And now we complete the circle by our beautiful lime tree. There are some limes. The stepping stones that go back to the entrance where we came from. And this is the Indian laburnum, although it's not flowering yet. And back round, this is Amber's bedroom with another box. And down the steps by the false banana that I told you we'd see again at the end. Back to the steps that we came from.